Good morning, everybody. I'm going to try to make this as short as I can, but I have so much to show with this book, so we just have to see where we go with it. Real quick, before I start, I get so many messages wanting to know how I do my paper. So I'm just going to tell you that real quick, because I know a lot of you don't have time to sit and watch a video. I don't. I skim so many videos because I just don't have time to sit there for a 20 or 30-minute video, and I hope this won't be that. But when I start out with a paper, I start out with a white piece of copy paper. And then I take it and dunk it in coffee, bake it in the oven, and then I have this. But then when I get done with it, with all the aging that I do to it, I have this. So you see, you start out with white paper. If you just dunk it and that's all you do, this is what you have. But then if you go the extra mile, and I'm always going the extra mile, if you go the extra mile and really work it to age it, and there's a lot entailed in doing that. And I want to do tutorial videos so bad, but gosh, I have such a hard time just doing the books. I don't know how people turn out 2 or 3 books a week. I just don't have that kind of time. I mean, I'm a homemaker, and there's the cooking and the cleaning and the laundry, and now it's gardening time and all that stuff. And I don't work in the evenings, and I keep that for us. That's just our wind down time together. And I've always done that. So I don't work in the evenings. So, and early in the morning before Geezer gets up, that is my work time for the junk journals. And that's from about 3 or 4 in the morning till about 7. So, but now I do, once he goes to the workshop, I do work through the day. So anyway, that's the paper. This is a white piece of copy paper. This is the paper, the same paper, just dunked in coffee. And this is the same paper dunked in coffee and then aged more. And I do that by scorching the edges, maybe dunking it in coffee again. I use some of the Tim Holtz around the edges of and I use walnut mainly. But that's that. Okay, another thing. Several want to know how I price my books, because the Little Bits, the last Little Bit book, was it 65 or 75? I can't even remember. But, and this one, I have put 105 on this one. But the other one was a fantastic book. It was loaded with all images and things to read and all that. But it is determined by how much content is in there, and the time in the book. And you can't really judge your time. If just say we're charging $10 an hour on these. Well, I've got 27 hours in this book. This little book would be $270. So you see. And I've got more than that, because if I had just 15 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour here and there, I would stop and work on a page or something. But this book, that's the way I judge it. I don't know how other people judge it. I'm more into turning out quality than quantity. And if it's going to take me 2 weeks or 3 weeks on a book, it's going to take me 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not going to turn out a book just to have something to post and make a little money or something. My name goes on everything that I do, and that's important to me. And when you get one of my books, the content and everything in the books is also important to me. I want my books to touch our hearts and souls and to inspire us and lift us up. And when you put one of my books down, I want you to just, feel so different. You just breathe a deep sigh of relief and think, what a wonderful journey that just was. Back in time or wherever. So this is a 3-piece set. This is started out the Little Bit book. I'm always starting a book thinking I'm going to do a $25 book, because nobody has a bigger tightwad than me. And so I understand that. But these books just take on a life of their own, and I can't find a stopping place. Now, I gave 2 or 3 of you a price on this book, and I'm so sorry about that. I have got to stop doing that, because I've added hours to this book since I gave that price. I first said it was going to run around $75, $65, $75. But you just never know. You just never know how much time and all that. And then I'd get done and I'd think, oh, well, I'd like to do this or I'd like to do that. So that's how I judge the prices on everything. The comfy cozies all run about the same thing, but I do them pretty much alike. These little bits, I intended to do the same thing, but it didn't happen. So this is the next little bit, and with the little bit book, look how full that book is. I mean, there are so many envelopes and open tucks and pockets and all kind of stuff in there. And then I had some things I wanted to put in there that I got to thinking about. I thought, oh, that would be... So I made a bag. I just made a small grandma bag like we did back in the fall. And there are 8 or 10 readings in here. Some Sweet Annie out of my garden, Friendship Angel, and I put a clothespin on the back. I love clothespins. I may just even, I don't know if I can put that on the front, but anyway, it's there. And the clothespins, it takes me several hours to bake these clothespins to get them this dark, because clothespins, they come blonde. I buy them in a package on Amazon, and they are very hard to age. So there's that. So you have the bag, has a heart on the back, and it's just full. This is the longer readings in here. I just got to thinking after I got the book done, I want some longer readings to go with this book. So that's what I did. So there's that. You also, with this package, with this set, you get a bundle of fabric, and I don't know, there's 5 or 6 or 7 pieces in there, a quilt piece in there, and here's a blank book and some Sweet Annie, some creepy cloth, and a paper doily. That paper book is just that's what I start with. This is what this started with. But it's just what you do with it, and, if I can ever get to it, I'll do classes. I would love to do classes. Somebody even messaged and said, could you do some of the classes, like some of them do, where you just find the class on there and, do it at your own time. Well, it's just finding the time to do a tutorial. But first thing let's do is open up this book, because I don't know, we've got some rain in the area, and I don't know how long my internet's going to stay on. It's already been off once this morning. So on the front, we've got the little girl that everybody is so crazy about, a paper doily, piece off of a crochet doily. And then we're going to open it up and go inside. And there is so much in here. Oh my gosh. Let's see, I've got that stuck right there already. Oops. Oh, no, that was the pocket. Oh, my gosh. Well, I'll fix that pocket. So that is a pocket full of little things, and there's even a notepad in here. I will put a pencil in here. I forgot to put up one of the homemade pencils in there. I'll put that in there. A little clothespin. This is just a little reading. I love the Ralph Waldo Emerson readings, and that's in there. And then the back home reading on the back. And then you have the little girl here. There's so much in here. I can't go over every little thing because it would just take forever. But it says a simple life, living a simple life, raised down to earth, keeper of lost arts, seeker of old things, walker of dusty lanes, and a lover of every day. I love that saying. Rabbits. Can't hardly do a book without a rabbit unless it's requested that I not put rabbits in there. And some people do request, please don't put anything cutesy in there. No rabbits. But I love the rabbits. So, and that says Bunny Love. This is a little, I'm going to open it up. I'll put it back together in a minute. I don't have time to put it back together right now. But this is just a little, started out as a little book, and I don't know what it is. It just kind of made it up in my head. But it just has, inside you got a little key there. You got a little place for a secret note in there. And in fact, it says secrets. And then I put some circles in here. I love circles. I've said that before. And then I just put a bigger piece of paper on the back. So let me just wrap that up, and I'll do that in a minute. Put it up in a minute. And the old pansies. You can't have a grandma book without pansies. Grandmas loved pansies and zinnias and violets and things. Home Sweet Home. Paper heart doily. It says it's never a bad thing to celebrate simple things. Oh, I believe that. I believe in living a simple life. More rabbits. This is another little book, and I'm not going to open it up. I can't open all these up, but it's just one quote in there and an image. And there's a front porch, that old front porch. A lot of people request that image be put in their book. That's a real popular image. Here's a little girl, the little girl here. I used to not crochet, embroidery, these little sunbonnet Sues or whatever they're called. Gosh, when I was much, much, much younger. And they are so cute to me. I've got quite a few of them. And a clock. It says if I could put time in a bottle, the hurrier I go. This is just a little glassine bag with another little glassine bag in it. And maybe a piece of paper, looks like folded, just to write your own notes on. Another rabbit. It says, believe there is a great power silently working all things for good. Behave yourself and never mind the rest. And then there's another little pocket with quite a few readings and things in there. A little rabbit, a flower, a button. This says, create the life you can't wait to wake up to. What a great thought. Our daughter has a radio program. She runs a radio station, but she has her own 4-hour talk music thing. It's a country station. And she says so often, especially on a rainy day, she'll say some days we just have to make our own sunshine, and we do have to do that. So many days we have to make our own sunshine. This is another little pocket with just a lot of little things in it. And that's the same quote right there. It says, I guess I love that quote, create the life you can't wait to wake up to. I do love that quote. And it's on the very same page right over here. Well, goodness gracious, maybe I can change that. And then some chickens. And then the back. So there's just lots in here. Lots of reading in these little tucks and open envelopes and that. It's just, these little books are a treasure, and that's what I want to do. I know there are people putting out even a couple of books a day, but that's not me. That's not my style. You couldn't do that with this style book because you do have to put a lot of time in it. It does take a tremendous amount of time. Okay, that's it. I'm going to get this uploaded. Follow me on Junk Journals from Grandma with Love. That's my junk journal page, and we're coming up on 1,400 members over there. We have a lot of fun. We do a question of the day every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And today's question was, what is a scent that sends you instantly back in time when you get the scent? It's not crafty questions normally. It's just everyday questions. Like one day last week, it was, if you could change your name and pick your own name, knowing yourself as you do now, what name would you give yourself? And oh my goodness, the answers that some of the friends had and the descriptions and the things that they said, it's just so much fun to read those answers. And a lot of people go into detail and tell little stories with their answers, and I like that, and everybody likes that. And we have a real good time over there. It's a very friendly group. We have few rules. The main rules are be nice. The page must be family friendly. Anything you put on it, images, words, anything, family friendly. That's just it. Be nice and encourage one another. Love one another. That's what it's all about. Okay, I'm going to get off here, see if I can get this uploaded, and we'll see what happens with it. I've got 2 or 3 or 4 more in the works. I don't know if there'll be another little bit right away or if there'll be another book. I'll just have to see. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a super duper grand and groovy day. I hope you get a little kindness and spread a little kindness absolutely everywhere you go. And I am over and out in Round Knob Canyon.